Hello, everybody, and welcome into Monday, October 20th, 2025. Insta Live with the Zoom homies. The Zoom homies, Bill, Rich, Grumpy Greg, Don't Bother Me, I'm Eating Guy, Sam, Jeff Ryman from Lost Wages, and Darren Gilhome. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
And Greg.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, we have confirmed audio, so we are good to go. Hope everybody had a decent Monday. I had an extremely long Monday, and most people have figured out the thumbnail.
John Williams said hello, Greg Guy.
Yep, StreamerBot's working. Most people have figured out that I have a single donut in here that I will consume shortly. Yes, my A1C was below 7, to 6.3 to be exact. My weight was 220. I was pissed about that. 214 all last week. 214, 214, 214. One 216, but I'm 214 for the most part. With clothes on, it should have been 217, but it weighed 220. So it's a 24 point. That's a 24 pound loss since March. So I'm pretty happy about that. But overall, it was a good day. We discussed my leg
Probably
problems.
had a cup of coffee. That's why you were overweight.
Actually, the doctor did say it was probably liquids and fluids, so it could very well be. But I went down and they stuck the old arm, and I filled the old jar thing up for him. And yeah, I doubt that's 7 or 8 pounds worth of water, but still, yeah, I was happy. She thinks the legs issues is because I need to get out and walk more, and I need more protein in my diet. Let me go look at chat, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah,
Rick
it's interesting
Lakes.
to say you're able. Go ahead, do your chat.
Thank you. Rick Lakes. Ha! First hello. First hello. First ha! Is he saying, I'm doing a Doug thing here. Oh my God. Ha! First hello, or first, and then hello everyone. But he was first. Okay. Sam was second, says hi. Greg says third place. It sucks. I was prepping my dinner. Donut time. Yes, it will be donut time shortly. I'm true to my word. Good or bad, I was going to have a donut today. And I scared the hell out of my doctor because when she said, your numbers look good, and she was reading them, she goes, and I said, what's the A1C? And when she said that, I jumped up and went, yes! And she jumped about that far off her chair. So it was worth it. Mabel from USA is here. Hello, Mabel. I've been offered to co-host a stream with her, and I'm going to take her up on that one of these days. John Williams says 23. John says SW. John says first again. From Madison, maybe. 6.3 equals A1C is good. Yes, that is it. That is exactly it. Tonight's thumbnail was rather dull, plain, boring, but it had a lot of information in it. I mean, you just kind of had to put the pieces together. Donut, 6.3, 220. You know, it wasn't my best work by no means, but I'm working on that, by the way. John and Rick are exchanging pleasantries. Rick says hello to John, and I'm pretty sure John said hello back. 220 pounds. Yep. Make any good deals like you did? No, I got up at 5:30. This has got to stop. There's no need for me to be getting up at 5:30. It's the most dumbest thing in the world. I played around on the internet, did some things with Da Vinci, and then I had to get my niece up to take her to work. Took her to work straight to the VA because I had some things to do that we'll talk about after the stream. And I got all that done, and it's absolutely fantastic news as well. Did my blood draw. I did it 2 hours early because that way I wanted to make sure the numbers were there. Went to my appointment, then had to go see another person. By the time it was all said and done, it was probably, I'm going to say 3:15-ish. and I was sitting there in the parking lot. I was like, oh, doggone it, Rick's live. So I went on my phone and I said, I'm leaving from the VA now, and I'm pretty sure I wouldn't get here in time to see a stream. And I was right. I got home, I hit the door, I hit my bed, and I woke up 2.5 hours later. I needed a nap so bad. It was not good. So no deals. I did not make any deals. John says Facebook Marketplace LOA. I haven't been on Facebook Marketplace in, I don't know, 10 years now. It's been a while. Scott says, hello, John. Hello, Scott. Good to see you. Hello, Rick from Scott. John says he had a chocolatey eclair with flitting filling, coronary. I went to 2 donut shops today, by the way, to get one single donut. The first one apparently is either closed or out of business. And I'm not sure which because they have 2 doors. One door says closed due to staffing issues. The other door says gone out of business. When you look through the window, there's nothing in there. It pretty well looked like they may have went out of business. He probably had 2. No, I have not had any. I still have the one right here. The one. Don't believe me. I have the one donut that I am going to consume very shortly. And I just got a message.
A1C number interesting and show the difference. I was talking to a friend of mine today, the guy I'm doing the laptop for, and his wife was there. And her A1C was 5.9, and her doctor wants to put her on all kinds of medications. One of these things you stick in the arm and all of that. And so it's different people, different doctors have all kinds of different interpretations of this shit.
Yep.
And she has a skin reaction to a lot of things, and she's not going to stick the thing on her arm because she's afraid she's going to have a skin infection from it.
They want to put a monitor on her arm, and she's at 5 point something?
9.
5.9. Okay. Well, she's considered pre-diabetic by some of the.
Well, that's what they're saying to her, is that she's pre-diabetic.
You don't measure pre-diabetes though. You measure diabetes. Pre-diabetic means watch what you eat, walk, get some exercise,
right,
and do all that.
But he
nonsense.
wants her on all kinds of medications and stuff, and she just says, I'm not going to do it because I have a reaction even to a Band-Aid on my skin, you know?
Yeah, that sounds to me like I'd be looking for a new doctor if it were me. And I mean, 5.9, you're by now standards considered pre-diabetic. You're not diabetic. My goal, and again, I know there are those people in the world. My little sister's one of them that thinks you can cure diabetes. You cannot. You can control it, and I'm controlling mine, obviously. Obviously, losing 24 pounds out. My blood pressure, I was like, "Are you sure my blood pressure is good?" And she says, "Your blood pressure is excellent." And then she said, "How did you lose all that weight?" Wait till you hear my answer on that. Let me look at chat real quick, make sure I'm not missing anyone or anything important. 220, yes, 220 pounds on the dot. I was like, "Can I take off my shorts? Can I take off my belt?" And the guy goes, "No." No sense of humor. John or Scott, I hope your A1C is lower too. I don't know what your normal A1C is, but let's hope it's lower than what it was. And I lowered mine by 1.5 points. So 7.8 in March to 6.3 in October.
That's good.
Good boy, Ken. Good boy. Rich was expecting a Dougie. Ellen is in the house. Hello, Ellen. Good to see you. John is SW. Actually, John is NW. He's northwest of me. Where's he? He might be due north. I don't know. Jeff says hi to everyone. John says hi to Ellen. Susanna Morgan, proud single mother, is in the house. And we see the I'm way behind in chat. Yeah, I knew the laptop came off of Facebook Marketplace. I don't use it. I really. Long Dog is in the house. Yep, that does not sound right. 5.9 should be like. I think I read something recently though that now they've lowered it yet again. When I became diabetic, well, who knows when they diagnosed me as diabetic in 2019, the standard then was 6.5. Anything under that, you were considered good to go. Over the years, it keeps dropping and dropping and dropping. Now it's in the fives. And my opinion, speaking strictly for me, myself, one of our good friends said, speaking for myself, it's driven by pharmaceuticals. Pharmaceuticals want to
Yeah.
keep making medication. Therefore, they're going to go to the doc and say, hey, our research shows it's down to 5 point whatever or 4 point whatever. Um, Interesting conversation I had with the doctor was I asked her what's too low on my diabetes or for my numbers when I check my blood. And she said, your medication will not allow your blood sugar to drop dangerously low. So that's a good thing. I said, well, what would be considered dangerously low? And she goes, you don't have to worry about it. I'm like, good. She said, if your blood sugar readings get any lower than where we're currently at, I will reduce your medications, but I won't take you off of medications. And I was like, darn it, I'm trying to get off these meds. But I understand that. I get it. Um, yep.
What
And it's like,
what
Long
causes your A1C to go up?
sugar,
Uh,
carbs, lack of exercise, overeating, anything, basically sugar. It's your A1C is a 90-day look back, if you will, of what your sugars have been over the last 90 days. Now, I've been checking mine. I don't do it the 3 times a week like I'm supposed to. Bad boy, Ken, bad boy. But I do check it. And based off what I had it in the low sixes. Low sixes. I'll take what I've got. I'm good with where it sits. 5.7 and it's less than 6.5%. Even yeah, 5.7. So 5.9, you're kind of slightly above what it is. That's coming from Long Dog. I think Mabel's still here. Thank you, Mabel. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. I thought I made you a standard moderator. Let me check that. Did that not go through? I'm pretty sure. If Mabel,
yeah,
if you're
I don't
still
know much
here,
about the A1C, but I know on blood pressure, there's all kinds of opinions out there too. And the recommended range, they keep lowering it too.
yeah, yeah.
But when I talked to my cardiologist about it, he said now where my top number has been like 140 something, but the bottom number stayed in the 70s at the same time. And so he told me that unless your top number is up there that high all the time, don't worry about it. And with losing the weight like he asked me to do, after I've lost it and it's stayed off
Right.
months or a year or whatever, the blood pressure ought to start dropping a tiny bit too.
Yeah. And I'm hoping that I still
It
have a
depends
goal.
who
I'd
you
like to
talk
be.
to and what their doctoring philosophy is, so
Yeah.
to speak, you know.
Yeah. I asked about 4 people at the VA today if the government shutdown was affecting them, and they all said no. 2 of them said, but that could change tomorrow. And I did ask one of them, are you still being paid? And she said yes. And ironically, she also said, but that could change tomorrow. So hopefully it doesn't, because other than the girl that drew my blood, I actually felt it today. I actually jumped today. Um, and I mean, for 6 years, there's my arm, get the blood. And are you done? Yep. But today, I was like, and she goes, you okay? And I was like, I'm fine. Um, and
Well,
I mean, it scared
supposedly
me.
the president and at least part of the Congress are working on providing funding to certain parts of the government and leaving the rest of it
Yeah, it's a
unfunded
mess.
until a compromise is reached or something. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
one guy was saying with blood pressure, there are a lot of opinions out there. That's true, and it's hard to differentiate, which makes sense. Um, yeah, I mean, clearly dropping weight is going to help. Watching what you eat is going to help. She wants me
Yeah,
to
but
walk. I am actually going to start walking. Um, I just don't know when yet, but the
and for
plan's
blood
there.
pressure, some of it depends on how tough your arteries are too. My parents had a neighbor years ago. He was retired from being a caretaker at the lake nearby, and he had high blood pressure, and he hated doctors and hated medicines.
Yeah.
So
Oddly
he'd been
enough,
prescribed something, and then he just wouldn't take it. My
yeah.
mother was
Oddly
telling me one
enough, my
time he'd come
blood
back from
pressure.
going to the doctor, and when he went in, the top number on his blood pressure was 300.
Oh my God, did they admit him to the hospital?
No, no, and he said, and the nurse asked him how he got there. His blood pressure was high. He said, I drove my damn car. And he
Yeah.
lived another 10 years after that with hardly ever taking any medication.
Huh.
I guess his arteries were made of steel or something.
I
Yeah.
guess. I guess. Man, that's extremely high. All right. We are at 10:15. So, as I promised,
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
that sounds good. That actually
With
sounds really good.
onions.
No peppers?
No, not tonight. Not in
Okay,
macaroni.
who are you and where's Greg Guy at? Because the Greg we know would have peppers on that. Here you go.
Better favorite.
One donut.
Oh, oh.
It's good, boys, let me tell you.
Can you?
Silk and satin and feel the night. Ooh, yeah. Glitter falling, golden light. Shine, shine. Every step a whispered tease. Moving slow like honeybees. Shimmy, shimmy, watch me glow. Take it high and bring it low. Down, down. Velvet shine, I steal the show. Feel the rhythm, let it flow, flow.
That's all, folks.
That going on tonight. That's good.
Squished in there.
Yeah, I got to figure something out on that. Yes, John, I do have coffee, as a matter of fact, right here. Coffee. Freshly brewed coffee at that. And it is good. And I will finish the donut after the stream. If you want to join us on the Zoom panel, KStoutZ00M at gmail.com. Shoot me an email, ask for the credentials. I'll give you the credentials. Make a comment. Tell me how good, bad, or otherwise the stream went. Either way, you'll still get the credentials and come and join us sometime. I don't know if Rick's doing something tomorrow or not because I didn't get to see a show. I will watch it later tonight. And if he doesn't do one, I might do one just to get some watch hours in because my watch hours are now at 185 in the last 28 days, and they got to stay above 333 for me to maintain my monetization. And with that, I'm going to say goodnight. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you everyone on YouTube for being here. Send me an email, get
Englishes.
the creds, and join. Yeah, exactly. Um, I'll learn it one of these days. Good night, everybody.